on the journey of just ensuring that students become better or persons overall become better at chemistry, right? Which would also help them to become better at their career path or choices. So let's go. Now we're just gonna be working out a quick question, right? And we're gonna be looking at how we approach certain type of questions as it relates to chemistry. So this is like a question for the day. Alright, so we're gonna be working out this question together. So the question reads, the electronic configuration of an atom of element X, right, is 285. Give the group number and the period number of element X. So based on the knowledge that we have garnered so far from our sessions, we're gonna be using that to work out the question. So let's go. Hold on. Good. All right. So when you're answering questions or questions like these, right, whether in CXC or just in class, so it's best to just look at certain key terms from the question. So from this question, right, we're seeing electronic configuration. We're gonna write the symbol for this question. So electronic configuration, right? Morgan, you remember what electronic configuration tells us again?
The total electron.
Continue.
Electrons.
Go again.
The total electrons of an element.
Yeah, it tells us as well, but I'm looking for something specific. Configuration in terms of, remember, it tells how the electrons are arranged on each shell. That's important. So it tells how electrons are arranged on each shell, and we would have looked at that in our previous session. So let's quickly just outline that. Question mentioned electronic configuration, right? So we know what that is, right? And it says the electronic configuration of an atom X, right? So the atom is X. And they say it's 2, 8, 5. That is what the electronic configuration is of element X, right? So based on what we're seeing here, it says that we're supposed to give the group number and we're also supposed to give the period number of element X. So we're just gonna be using G and the number sign to represent group number. And we're gonna be using P and number to represent period number. So remember, the group tells us what again? What does the group tells us again? Morgan.
Yeah.
Based on our previous session, the group tells us what again? What does the group number tells us again?
About the atoms, sir.
Yes.
Number of valence electrons.
Good. So the group number tells us the amount of valence electrons, right? Or the amount of electrons on the outer shell. So let me just put a sticky note and write that because it's quicker. Period number tells the
electron atom has.
No, it tells the amount of electron shells.
And that means say first, sir.
I never hear you.
But me say the number of electron shells.
Alright, we never hear that. So it tells the amount of electrons or the number of electron shells in the structure. So the group number tells the amount of electron shells, right? So let's go. So we know that based on previous knowledge. So we're using that now to dissect the question. So immediately once we know these stuff, then we can go ahead and answer the question. So we're gonna give the group number now. So what is the group number? What is the group number?
285.
That's the electronic configuration. What's the group number? Which group? Give the group number and the period. I'm not here.
3.
No man, don't mix it up. Group number tells the amount of electrons on the outer shell. How much electrons is there upon the outer shell in a X?
50. Mine was 50.
No man, listen man, don't rush it. Just listen.
Yeah.
Listen first, then you respond.
Sir,
Right?
15.
Hold on. 15. That we wouldn't be 15. 15 it wouldn't be 15. 15 would be the atomic number, but we're looking at the group number. Based on what we're seeing here, the group number tells the amount of electrons on the outer shell. Z, the EC of element X is 285. So based on what we're seeing here, the EC, remember EC tells how electrons are arranged on each shell. Based on the structure here, so now what would be the amount of electrons on the outer shell? Remember, group number tells us the amount of electrons on the outer shell. So look on the EC here, so now what would be the amount of electrons on the outer shell or the valence? No man, alright. You this, you know, right? Alright. How much electrons are there on the outer shell?
Outer shell, sir.
Yeah, of element X, the last shell of element X.
5, sir.
Yeah, man. So the group number will be 5, right? If we're supposed to draw up the whole of the structure, the first shell, this would have been the first shell, this would have been the second shell, this would have been the last shell, or if you want to call it the third shell, still the last shell. This would have been the last shell of the structure. So the group number would be 5 now, right? Moving on to the period number. Period number tells the amount of electrons, right? So the period number would be, the period number tells us the amount of electron shells. So what would be now our period number?
3, sir.
Excellent. So you get the idea now. Good. So even though the question asks for that, right? We're gonna show them so we know more than what they're asking for. So what would be now the name of element X based on what we have here? What would be the overall electrons in the structure of element X?
Sir, repeat.
Looking on the structure, when you add up every single thing, what would be the overall electrons in the structure? Everything combined. Based on the EC. You just tell me, man.
Oh, sir, 15.
Yeah, man. So, in a nutshell, right, the atomic number of element X, because remember atomic number, it tells in an atom, right, it tells us the amount of electrons and it also tells us the amount of protons. So the atomic number is 15, right? And so we know that based on the atomic number we have here, what would be the name of element X? Which one of the element has the atomic number of 15?
Oh, yes, sir. I get him. Phosphorus.
Good. So we're not gonna write out the entire name, we're just gonna write out the symbol, which would be P. Right? And so when phosphorus, the atomic number is 15. What's the mass number?
Sir?
What's the mass number of phosphorus?
Mass number?
Yeah. You remember that?
Sir, I think 29. No, sir. 29? 30, sir? Or
No,
30?
not 30 how much?
31?
Yes, so it's 31. Right? So we basically answered the question and we gave them more than what they asked for. So questions like these is important that you practice as well, so you can master the craft of chemistry. Any other questions?
No, sir.
For those who are watching, right, you can also like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want a free PDF, right, on any topic that we have covered so far, you can reach out to us. the email or the link to these PDF there in the description. And tell a friend to tell a friend that they can subscribe, pass it on to somebody who needs help in chemistry. You can also book a private tutor session, right? The link is also in the description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.